New Zealand is one of the least talked about countries in the world when it comes to migration, when it comes to Japa, when it comes to even studying. Not very much people like to talk about New Zealand the way US, Canada, Australia is often being talked about, and even the Schengen zone. But today I'll be giving you seven wonderful reasons why you should consider going to New Zealand in case you're looking at a Japa destination or a pathway that can lead you to residency or even citizenship or even wonderful life for you and your family. New Zealand is the place that you can consider. I'll be back shortly. Hello, friends. Welcome again to this channel. My name is Nicholas Salako. In case you join me for the first time, and for my current subscribers, thank you for always stopping by, for sharing, for asking questions if you have some cloudedness based on the information that I've given. And thank you for always stopping by, subscribing, and also liking the videos. I really appreciate. So today, I have been thinking, and I discovered that New Zealand doesn't have much on the social media platform, meaning that not many people is talking about New Zealand. And I wonder why New Zealand is least talked about. Many people seem to put New Zealand side by side with Australia. I mean, geographically, we can argue that. But when it comes to the quality of life that Australia has to offer, New Zealand has much more to offer when it comes to taking care of family life and family oriented community that Australia has to offer. New Zealand has much more to offer you. The only thing New Zealand does not have to offer you is the snakes and the spiders that that we have in Australia. But today, I'll be giving you seven solid reasons why you can look into, or you should look into New Zealand as you consider your migration and your exploration to the new world, right? So, if you're looking for a country that offers stability to you and opportunity and peace of mind and not just hype, then let me introduce to you this amazing country. And one of the first thing I want to tell you in this video is that New Zealand, amongst many other countries in the world right now, has a clear and stable pathway to residency. You might be wondering, what am I saying when I say clear and stable pathway to residency? Unlike countries where immigration policies flip and it's like very becoming strict and stringent, right? New Zealand still offers a consistent and transparent immigration system. Quote me anyway, and it's all there online. It's not something that I fabricated. Whether you complete a bachelor's, a graduate diploma, or master's or PhD, or even other qualifications, there's always a clear pathway from your study to post-study work and even skilled employment, and then you move from there to residency and to citizenship. And you can apply to these programs through there's what we call the straight path to residency, and there's also work to residency. That is, if you finish your schooling, right, you can use your work to get residency. And again, you can be accredited by an employer. It's called a work visa. So, what other ways does New Zealand need to show you for you to move today to New Zealand? Okay, so that's number one. Number two is that New Zealand has one of the most powerful passports in the world. New Zealand has one of the most powerful passports in the world, meaning that the New Zealand passport ranks among the top five best passports in the world right now, according to Helen report. And it grants you visa free or visa on arrival access to more than 190 countries of the world. It ranks above the UK, it ranks above the US, and even ranks above Canada. So it's not just about travel ease, it's also having the passport of a peaceful, respected, and often and also diplomatically safe country that gives you access to many parts of the world. This is not something you can just buy. New Zealand is also a hidden gem. Last time on my channel, I spoke about Brazil. I'll pin the link somewhere here. I spoke about Brazil. Brazil is also another hidden gem, but New Zealand is offering you so much more than what you have heard. So stay with me and let's go to the number three, the advantages of moving to New Zealand this year. I mean tomorrow, right? So the two-in-one advantage of New Zealand is that having living in New Zealand is like also living in Australia. Okay, so that's how close And that's how diplomatically close they are. It's like someone from Nigeria um, moving through Semeboda or through Badagry to Benin Republic. You see that? So you can see that diplomatic ties that they share. So what most people don't also realize is that New Zealand passport is also a key to Australia. So as a Kiwi citizen, you can live and work in Australia. Okay, you can apply for permanent residency in Australia. You can buy properties without special permits as long as you are a citizen of New Zealand. If you're a Kiwi citizen, so one passport, two countries, zero stress. Make sense? Let's go to the fourth one. And your parents can also migrate. This is beautiful. Many of us, especially from Asia or Africa or European countries, we are very family oriented. And it's always a beautiful thing when you are in a country and your family can also have access to come visit you, right? So, with New Zealand, rather, your parents can always come to see you or even migrate if they so like the place, right? So, New Zealand allows your parents to apply for residency class visas. You see that? Residency class visas. They allow your parents, not you, apply because most countries you'll be the one to apply or file for your parents. But with New Zealand, your parents can apply and say, "I have a son here, I have a daughter here. I'm applying on this case study, visa case study." They'll be granted a residency class visa through family sponsorship, of course, once you become a resident or a citizen of that country. What that means in a nutshell is that your parents can live with you permanently if they so wish. The second thing is that your parents can work and also have access to healthcare and eventually apply for citizenship. Our parents are growing old, and as we know, old age is expensive, right? So they are not treated as long term tourists, but they are treated as a full legal resident, and that's very rare. Trust me, New Zealand is the new gold. The fifth reason why I want you and your family to migrate to New Zealand is that you can visit, you can use a visit visa. So, what I'm trying to say is that most countries offer a visit visa that are extremely limiting. Like there's some countries, if you have their visit visa, you can do most things, right? But with New Zealand, if you are on a visit visa in New Zealand, you can work remotely or even as a digital nomad. That's number one. Number two is that you can apply for a seasonal work visa while on a visiting visa. Did you see that? Number three is that you can search for a job while you are visiting. You see that? Number four is that you can also extend your visit by another 3 months while already inside the country. Does that make sense? So you can do many things and it's very flexible. It's very, very flexible. So tell me why you have a reason not to go to New Zealand. New Zealand is the birthplace of immigration softness in this era of so many chaos. Okay. So the sixth reason why you should consider going to New Zealand is that unlike Canada, unlike UK, unlike US, New Zealand is not noisy. You see that? New Zealand is a very quiet, it's that quiet guy, that quiet princess that you would cherish. New Zealand is still relatively untapped, and the entire population is around 5.2 million people. It's not even up to a state in Nigeria. So it's not even up to some states in Nigeria or even in Ghana or even in Ivory Coast. You see that? So the African Nigerian community is also still very small in New Zealand. They have, I know in Australia, they have Brisbane precisely. They have a Nigerian community. And from my findings of what I heard from people on ground in New Zealand, they are very small Nigerian community, very under 10,000 people. You see that? And they're scattered around different parts of the country. Now, this means that less competition for housing, less competition for jobs, less competition for visa slots, and so many more. You see, so you have all these amazing, beautiful things waiting for you to explore. Now, the last, the number seven, the last reason why, I mean, there's still many other reasons, but these are just like the most cogent one that I think would ignite and propel your spirit. The seventh is that New Zealand is safe. I mean, when I say safety, I mean safety, like actual safety. And the quality of life in New Zealand is it is calm, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. The quality of life is beautiful. So let's be honest, right? New Zealand is one of the safest country in the world. No poisonous snake, like people always say, no deadly spider, no scorpions, no, unlike Australia. I mean, don't tell my Australian neighbors that I said that. Unlike Australia, you don't have snake spider and all those stuff, right? They only have wildlife. That's if if you're into seeing wildlife, they have a reserve space for that. But you can see sheep, you can see birds, you can see occasionally you can see cows, right? And this is not like in Nigeria where cows have more rights than human beings. That the life of a human person is worth less than the life of a cow, right? They have what they call a site where they rear their cattle and also take care of their animals properly the way it should be taken care of. So each individual is responsible for taking care of their livestock. That's how it operates. It's not like we have it back home where nobody is playing by the rule. Everyone is just acting out of their own self indisciplined thoughts. Now, I also say this before I end this video is that New Zealand is an amazing place for you to raise your children. They enjoy clean air, they enjoy very safe neighborhoods, and they also enjoy nature, right? They have, luxuries in place, and there are so many beautiful things that New Zealand has to offer you. Now, just a final thought, like I always say, right? If you're looking for a country where immigration makes sense, amidst all this many chaos in the world, if you're looking for a country that wants you, it's better to go for the person that wants you than going for who you want, right? So think about that a bit. So if you're thinking of making an immigration move that makes sense, and you're looking for a place that will treat you with dignity, where you can build your life for yourself and your family, and just drive around the radar, New Zealand is that destination. Please consider New Zealand, and I think you'll be here next time to say, I'm glad I made this choice. So, like I always say, you have nothing, absolutely nothing to lose. My name is Nicholas Salako. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I'll be coming with more and more videos about migration, about studying, and about updates with new visa policy and how it affects you and I. So stay tuned and thank you. Bye.